right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of Stoop Talk Podcast, man. My name is Lance BCE. I am the host, and I am here with the usual suspects. Starting to my left, we got Mr. DJ Active. What's up?
What up, y'all? What up?
Feeling good today?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You gonna keep up with your shenanigans, or you gonna chill today?
What are you talking about? Yo, next.
Next up, we got my man Chase in the building. What's going on,
Yo,
Chase?
what's up, man?
Next after Chase, we got a Phresh in the
This
building.
nigga not gonna ask me how I'm doing. That's crazy.
Well, you look like you're doing. Listen, you look like you look like you're doing marvelous.
Nah, it's okay. This guy's the oracle. Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's why they even need to ask.
He just know Wagwan with everybody.
Right.
Yeah,
I thought your energy was great, so I was like, I don't got a question.
So I got bad energy.
Yeah, I got bad.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Something going on in this side.
Yeah, no, nothing's going on. That's one. Very well. Nothing's going on with no man.
Okay. Thank you though, Chase. How are you feeling before I get to Phresh? How you feeling? You feeling sensational?
I'm smacked, bro. I'm ready to go. Let's go. God. Really?
Okay. Well, all right.
Oh God.
Next up, we got a Phresh in the building. What's going on, Phresh?
Yo, damn,
How are you feeling?
This nigga Dr. Phil now he wanna know how you really feeling.
Well, you put me on the spot, Chase, so I'm just making sure everybody
you
else.
put yourself on the spot, actually.
And next up, we got Keds, man. What's going on, Keds?
Chill,
how you
man.
feeling?
I'm feeling great, man.
Incredible Hulk today or what?
I'm always Incredible Hulk, man. Just gotta come out the right time, feel me?
Heard.
Yeah, actually, we better be careful.
Shots for that.
Good shots. All right. So today we got two special guests in the building. My dear friend that I've known for how long it's been now? I met Mojo Mo through my boy Jeezy actually, and I can't even remember how we met, but it's been a long time. But ladies and gentlemen, introducing my guy Mojo Mo, man.
Yo, what's up? How's everybody going, man?
Chilling, man.
Yo, first of all, shout out to you guys. It's all from BCE, the party days. You know, Cafe Omar.
Facts.
Wow, Cafe Omar.
Cafe Omar. You know what I'm saying? Like
they don't even call it that no more.
Whatever the case is, it was a lot. I mean,
Mo been around, man.
Pause. Not like that though. But
talking about Tupac been around.
But VCE parties just be lit. So like now you guys evolved to a podcast. So I mean, so shout out to you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Definitely.
Yeah, we all did our evolving. You know what I'm saying? We all was doing our thing back in the day, but now we all doing different things. I
don't know what
Lance is talking about today.
The next person.
Lance is on some different shit today, boy.
Nah, but I'm just saying. I agree.
No, we don't know what you're saying.
I agree with what Mo said. But anyways, yeah. So the next special guest that we have today, Mo actually linked me up with him. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ta'Quan, aka Qua. Or Tay.
What's going on, everybody? Fuck it up already. Don't fuck it up.
Happy to be here.
I should have put money on it.
Listen, just hush.
We got to take side bets in the text.
That's a fact.
Anyways, Tay, thank you for coming to the show. You know what I'm saying? And also, I know you're Mo's friend. Before I get into both of you guys and bios, how did y'all?
All right.
How did y'all? You see how I just ignored him, right?
Yeah. So
how did y'all link up? Before we get into
me and Mo, we actually met back in 2015 at this festival called Urban World Film Festival, which goes down at AMC movie theaters. So we were actually volunteers for the festival, and we both were from Brooklyn, and we just connected through there.
2015.
Yeah, I mean, film festivals, like a lot of emerging filmmakers, like they'll go to those festivals and volunteer for a couple of days just to get like a free festival pass. So you go like different after parties and go to different events and stuff like that. Just people, the bulk of it is to get the pass.
Networking.
Yeah, and of course, real niggas from Brooklyn. Yeah. That's just how it is. When you go to somewhere like you vibe, you connect.
Vibed. It was like,
that was just it.
So y'all was like the only ones from Brooklyn that was there, pretty much.
We the only live ones from Brooklyn.
I think it was a couple more, but you could tell like it's a lot of people from Brooklyn, but you talking about people who really from there,
really
and family is really from there. So
yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, so the reason why we have these two on the show, like I always say all the time, we always say the show is multifaceted, right? So we have a lot of different type of guests that come on the show, guests that are diverse, what they do, whatnot, right? So, Mo and, Tay, they're actually both film writers, right? That's how they linked up at this film festival, right? So for those who's listening and watching that don't really know Mo, like that, first I'm gonna do Mo, then we're gonna get into Tay. This is a little bit of his story. This is pretty much his bio, pretty much of how he got to where he is today, right? So we call him Mojo Mo. His real name is Moses Edouard. Did I say that right?
Edouard, it's Haitian.
Edouard. Yes.
Edouard.
You giving his bio? He not gonna
Wicked.
Well, did you want to speak your bio?
Nah, bro, you can go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
No, this is your show. This is your show, man. This is y'all show. Whatever y'all
Stay
do.
poppin'.
But
Three about to drop.
you're the special guest. So
I don't like talk about myself like that. So
I'll make it sound pretty for him, pretty and nice. You know what I'm saying? But
man.
pause. Pause. What's so funny, Phresh?
I'm gonna start,
man.
He's laughing because I said State Property 3 about to drop.
Is it really?
Oh man.
Oh my God. Come on, man. You
right,
got
so hold on.
filmmakers in the building.
Hold on, man. Let me. Can I
ahead,
get
do
through
your
this cleanly
thing,
first?
go
Without
ahead, go.
any interruptions. Active, you okay?
yeah, I'm good.
All right. Yeah, you kind of quiet.
Bro.
All right,
Bro,
let me
do
start.
your thing, man.
I just want to make sure my friend was all right.
Jizzy
But
Queen.
all right, yeah. So getting into Mo, I'm gonna give you a little background about him, how he came up with whatnot, right? So Moses Edouard, did I say it right?
we can skip it. It's
Okay.
Edouard.
AKA Mojo Mo. He's a writer and a creative genius, right? Growing up in a Haitian household, he always took an interest to TV. In 2015, he started writing TV scripts, and things started moving fast when he won a VH1 script writing competition. Shout out to you, bro. I didn't even know that.
Appreciate it.
That's very big.
Appreciate it.
We will speak more about that in a few. But anyways, so around that same time he won the award, Moses began interning at the E1 record label where hip hop legend Wyclef Jean recently signed, making his return to
Wyclef Jean.
Yeah, Wyclef Jean. Yeah, Wyclef Jean.
Thank you,
Some
my man,
people
for
call him
noticing.
Wyclef Jean, but the white people call
We
him
should
Wyclef.
we should make Keds
Say
do
your last
it.
name.
Yeah.
He laughing like
But-
it's a joke.
It is. It's funny. You didn't think that was funny?
I hope they come at you in the comments.
Yo, listen, I love all my Haitians, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. But anyways, yeah. So that happened
Passe.
around the same time, right? And then Moses then started to create visuals for Wyclef's album Relief. So him and his team were so impressed with the visuals that he started working with him directly, which included creating content and actually even joined him on tour. Right?
That's real dope.
Yeah.
So now
Congrats,
fast forward to the year.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's really dope, bro. So now we fast forward into the year of 2019, and Mojo Mo is still creating opportunities with his upcoming series titled How You Living. Right? So
Appreciate it.
we're gonna actually play this video of How You Living. We're gonna play he actually sent me 2 trailers. So we'll play the first one.
Which okay.
Yeah,
want you to-
I'll show you. Yeah, that's actually it. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah,
Play this one first.
yeah, you can play it. You ain't gonna be able to see it, but
yeah. It's all
well, in the video they'll see.
But- All right.
guns, burners, ratchets, whatever you want to call them. It's probably the most illegal thing in New York. While some think it's our Second Amendment right to protect ourselves, others view it as a license to kill.
This motherfucker here, ain't nobody stopping this. Police ain't stopping this shit, man. NYPD ain't stopping this motherfucker.
How You Living? So just to give y'all a brief synopsis of what this is about.
Oh, he
I'm
had
a
a
so-
FN.
Yeah, it was some big dirty piece he had. But
Where you at?
anyways,
He had a travel, he had a.
Okay, so all right.
so just a little short, synopsis of what this is about. How You Living is a documentary series which explores someone's lifestyle and moral decisions. So that particular episode is called Guns in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And this episode centers around a gun dealer living in Brooklyn who talks about selling guns, right? So after we, got through all of that,
Yeah.
My first question to you is, well, actually, first comment is congrats.
Thank you.
And this is really big, man. Like a lot of people was telling us when we first started the podcast, like to actually have, somebody I consider a friend. I remember when you first told me a few months ago, you was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm coming out with a film, like a short series." So I'm like, "What?"
They was doing some kind of a photo shoot, or actually a video shoot, and they needed me, I guess, to be a stand-in in the shoot. We was talking about a beard, like beard products. So I was going to come out with a documentary about beards. Then I was like, I started working on it, and I just dropped it. Then I just started, one thing led to another, and How You Living came about, and about doing a dark web series.
So how did you get into, what made you choose the, selling guns? What made you go that route for like one of the episodes?
Well, honestly, like creating films, one thing about being a filmmaker is you gotta like create your own opportunities. Just like anything in life, you gotta create your own opportunities. I know men sell clothes, sell t-shirts, and like, you guys doing this podcast, you guys creating your own opportunity. So as a filmmaker, it's like the same thing. One of the easiest and cheapest ways to shoot film is through a documentary, because obviously you only shoot like one person, like a few shoot dates. My man's having a web series; he'll be able to dive into that further. But shooting a documentary is much easier and cheaper. So I just started doing documentaries, but I need something that's going to captivate people's attention and also tell a story. And so I was watching, I think, Jackie Brown. Are you guys familiar with that movie?
Yeah.
About Tarantino?
Yeah.
It's about a gun dealer.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I know a couple people who sell guns. Oh, don't indict me. Don't indict me.
Yo,
No,
Yo.
I meant to ask that question,
The right way to say is that a couple people who sell fake guns, for web series.
Well, I know a
They
couple
all
people who
fake.
can connect.
You know
who
a
can
couple people
connect
that
me.
do some things, you know what I mean? You know people who sell fake guns for web series. That's what you mean.
I know
It's
people.
a fictional documentary.
I know people
Yeah.
can connect
This is not
me
based on
to
true
that,
events.
to that,
Right,
to that,
exactly.
to that direction.
Facts.
And so we did Guns in Brooklyn.
That's dope, man. That trailer just kind of like, it smacks you right in the face, like, you know what I'm saying? You just see this big ass gun, you feel me?
Soon as
A big ass fake gun.
So when
You know what I
when
thought
I was
of?
listening to, I thought of
Gangland.
Gangland. They face all covered up.
Yeah.
Can't stop this.
So you mentioned it's a dark web series, right?
Yeah.
So is each episode gonna kind of go into like a dark realm?
Yeah, I mean, most of the episodes is dark, at least for the first season. It's dark, but we have some like other episode series that's not as dark. But for the most part, I'm going in like a dark direction.
Yeah.
And how much series is going to be in this?
How many episodes?
The episodes, I should say.
I don't know, but we're looking at right now like 6 or 7 at least.
That's
and
good.
then
All right,
probably
so
start continue the trend.
the series, cool. How the hell did you get dudes to turn around and say, "Yo, I'm gonna do this"?
Honestly,
The identity is hidden, bro.
Yeah, but
the
still,
identity's
like, but
At
still,
the end of the
like,
day, it's bringing
the
awareness to
identity
something.
is
It's how we grew
the
up. So it's
identity
like, you
is
wanna-
hidden. You know what I'm saying? But they're going into detail about what they do.
yeah. I mean,
If hypothetically, if I'm a drug dealer
mhm.
and I'm sitting here on a camera, my
Yeah.
identity is hidden, but I'm
Yeah.
giving you the insight to what I do.
Mhm.
Why would I want to tell you how I do what I do, so that I got competition in the street
well,
talking
I'm not.
about, yo,
I'm not
do it
interested
like,
in selling guns.
No. But no, it's not
see
true.
the
But
need for everybody
you have,
watching.
you know what I'm saying? You have
Yeah.
your viewers, and they're gonna turn around and be like, wait, if he did it this way, let me try and do it this way, but put my little
Basically,
my 1-2
it's like
step
it's
on
like
it.
it's
You know
like
what
he's
I'm
saying
saying?
is you're doing the drug dealer formula.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think
Right.
people are aspiring to be gun dealers.
There's motherfuckers out
Yeah.
here, bro.
I mean, if you do,
They could turn around and be like, yo, matter of fact, turn up the street. That's my plug. Like, what's up? Like, I know you go, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could just, they could do that.
So those
seem kinda
for those
interested.
of you who are interested,
Nah.
like my man over here and selling
Nah,
guns,
I'm good. I'm good.
watch the documentary
Nah.
in full when I release it, and you will know every single detail on how to get guns. You know, from going down south to getting the IDs and all that. Bring that back up top.
I don't.
So you can watch it.
I can legally do that.
I was about to
I
ask,
don't
where
do
can
Plan
that.
on putting it out and where people gonna be able to see it at.
Facts.
For now, releasing it sometime in May. It's gonna be on YouTube. But you can just follow information. Lance will have the info and everything.
It'll be
the
in the
whole
link.
thing at once.
Yeah.
Or you putting out?
No, I'm
like,
putting
one
out episodes, different episodes, and
Okay.
test the audience and all that. We're having a premiere for the May 4th. Everybody's invited. Stoop Talk Podcast.
So you doing what we do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
How are you gonna break it down? Are you gonna release a new episode every week or every 2 weeks? How are you gonna do it?
I'm unsure yet, but it's definitely not gonna be a weekly thing because I want the episodes to live, to have a life.
Yeah.
So probably every 2-3 weeks. Depends on how things are moving.
Right. Okay. Got you.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Before we get to Tay. I remember when I was reading your bio and you said something I was like that kind of stuck with me. You mentioned that after college, you went through a patch where you couldn't find work.
Yeah, I couldn't get no jobs.
And you basically said to yourself that I'm gonna create my own lane and see what I can do instead of waiting for an opportunity. I'm just gonna make my own opportunity. What was there a specific thing that led you to that point that you was like, what, I need to create this whole, and make way because this ain't working.
Yeah, well, honestly, everybody in college, I know you guys did the college episode. I listened to that before. Oftentimes you had a story, go to college, get your degree, and afterwards get a good resume. Go get.
And
a
what
good
did you
school.
get? What did you
I studied television and radio at Brooklyn College. I graduated in 2013.
Oh.
And you graduate college and have your resume out and cover letters and apply to jobs. But I did that for a few years and nothing ever got back to me. You got to think about it. When you apply to a job, that one job has about 800 applicants on one site, on like LinkedIn or like other websites. So it's like HR is not going to comb through thousands of applications for one job position. So I went through a patch. I didn't have any jobs for 3 years. I was like, wow. I was still working, but like doing things obviously outside the industry. So I was like, man, I got to start writing because I got to start creating my own opportunities. And through my writing, I ended up winning an award. I was like, wow, okay, maybe I have some skill here. That I just started building on it, and then things just started
Shouts out to
happening.
you for winning an award too.
Appreciate it.
He gotta get another bomb because he listened to the previous episodes.
Facts.
Appreciate it.
Now he
Facts.
been told me that he did that.
Matter of
so
fact, you
that's-
get a applause for everything that you're doing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You and Tay. You know what I'm saying?
You sound like Khaled right now.
With me?
You sound like Khaled right now.
Dove soap.
Listen, don't you good now, right?
It is
Yo, what's
guy, bro. Like, come
what
on.
are you talking
man.
about?
Yeah, son.
I'm messing with you, bro. I'm
This
messing.
nigga gave me a stoop slap again.
That's mad hard, son.
Nah, but my
I take
man,
your shoulder off with that.
Yeah.
he's strong.
What?
Yo, son. Yo, I'm sorry for cutting you off, bro. I just want to applaud you on what you was doing, bro.
That's funny. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Pineapples.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, how you living? By the time this episode drops, the link to the episode will be in the YouTube description. All right, so one clap for for Mojo Mo. You know what I'm saying? How you living? It's an accomplishment. This is your first docuseries, right?
Yeah, it's my first project.
Yeah, big up, man.
Appreciate you.
That's real big, man.
Bro,
Now we are going to get into my man Tay. Well, actually Mojo's man, which is my man now. You know what I'm saying? Because your man is my man.
God.
And my man is your
What
man.
the fuck?
yo, I don't know what's
No,
going on with
bro,
Lance today.
We are gonna
Okay.
stop right now. son.
Y'all
It's-
gotta
bro,
stop the childish.
You're gonna have to get in the square after this
Facts.
episode. 'cause
Everybody,
you're
thanks for
talking
watching.
Way too
Stoop
crazy,
Talk
son.
Podcast. We on every
You just sang
platform.
scissor to two men?
Oh, man.
Is that what you just did?
He said scissor.
Ain't that the Your Man Is Mine? Ain't that weekend whatever?
I
song?
wasn't
Now we gonna get into Tay.
I wasn't referencing that. I didn't realize that until you said that. I swear to you. Yo,
Bro.
listen.
You
So
out
should I
of
line.
have
Yo,
said
Lance.
bro?
Yeah. Let's let
just
Tay go, man.
Yo,
Yo,
Lance.
Tay,
Lance.
in advance, I want to apologize for your man's right here, man. I just want to apologize for that, man.
It's so good.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It's so
but go
good.
ahead, man. Tell your story,
Listen,
man.
That is definitely
Pineapples.
a hot take that we are promoting.
Yeah,
Facts.
Listen, that wasn't
Going
even
up.
intentional. I was literally just trying to show respect.
Yo,
to
introduce
to
Tay, brother.
All right. So up next we got Tay. He's another film writer. Right. Let me get into his bio and his story real quick. So Tay is also, he has a film series. I don't think yours didn't drop yet, right? Because I was looking up on it.
It's dropping
in a couple
on
of weeks.
the 28th, April 28th.
This will be out by the time it drops.
Yeah.
It's actually it's called Deliver Our Love, right? So he's doing something a little different from Mo, which you're gonna get into. It's still film at the end of the day, right? But this is basically how Tay came up. So Ta'Quan Pugh, did I say that correctly?
Pugh.
Yeah, that was close. All right. So Ta'Quan Pugh, born and raised in Brooklyn, and moved to Manhattan during high school. His love for film began when he was 15 years old, a young kid. He was watching various films from New York cinema, the area of New York cinema in the early 1990s.
New Jack Cinema. It was an era.
Gotcha.
Yeah, era films. Yeah.
Yeah, the New Jack Cinema area in the early 1990s. And pretty much that inspired him to write his first screenplay, right?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna fast forward to 2017. He started this the media group, right, or media organization.
It's a independent film and TV studio.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it's called Prophecy Film Studio.
Yeah.
I like the name actually. So
Thank you.
yeah.
That's a dope name.
Appreciate
But he created that with the vision to create timeless projects to impact the future of the media, right?
Yes.
So Ta'Quan's inspiration for creating the series was to give an authentic portrayal of millennials' dating experiences in our modern technology-driven society. So I think that's actually a really dope.
That's
dope.
definitely
Yeah.
gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it is.
we have
some excerpts to use from that.
Yeah.
I'm sure because he loves
Yeah.
it. Everybody's a savage. His favorite lines.
I don't know what y'all talking about, man.
So listen, we have a synopsis for this for the show. So actually, I want Active. If you're gonna go into your email, you could play that video I sent you with the YouTube link.
Which one? This one?
Yes, that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See that? Matter of fact, you could probably show it through the lens.
No, it's okay. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be on the screen.
Why didn't you say you loved me back when we were on the phone earlier?
What?
Jasmine, I'm sorry. Jasmine, come on, open up the door. Come on.
You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. My editor still complaining about how I write my articles.
What's wrong with the way you write?
Son, you gonna tell me I use too many urban terms?
I'm not gonna say like.
Come on, bro. Come on. This is your girl we talking about. You miss her, right? You want to be with her, right? So put it down on the paper.
Yo, look, man. We need to start a business or something.
Son, we always saying this. Let's actually do something, put something in motion, get it going.
Let's do it then.
All right. So,
Nice.
My G, that sound like Harlem.
I just got one question. She was
That
drinking
sound like
Henny.
Harlem.
Before we
Was she
get
drinking Henny when
That's
she
what's
was?
up, though.
It wasn't Henny, but it was cognac though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so let me
that means she
actually
was really
just,
going
Sound
through
like
it.
Harlem.
It's at Harlem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me actually give you
No
the
lie.
synopsis
I like that.
real
Like
quick,
we
though,
can't
before.
see it, but we can hear it, and
Yeah.
you literally can see it
Right, you can't
just from
Yeah.
hearing it.
envision.
And I commend you on that. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds that's like an audio book right there.
Yeah, that's dope.
Very, I thought the trailer. But let me get into the synopsis real quick, and then we're gonna speak about this real quick, right? So prophecy. Yeah, prophecy films.
Yo, why he can't tell us about his film?
Let him do it. Man.
I mean,
Why
they
he
sent
can't
it to
tell
me. You feel
I
me?
get
So-
it. You got it.
Well, no, you already put the spot on me, and now I'm definitely gonna finish it now. So you should have said that quietly.
Finish.
But
Jesus
anyways,
Christ, don't finish. Just
Prophecy Films' upcoming series, Deliver Our Love, tells the story of a freelance writer named Richard. All right? Follow the Harlem native in this romantic dramedy. I like that. Dramedy. Y'all get that? Drama, comedy. Okay. Right. As he attempts to aid his friends through romantic hardship by writing letters. And also, I want to say, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Trav Q. He's actually in this. He has a lead role in this, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's actually a lead role, and that's the guy that's on Instagram that be screaming on the train, and and he's kind of funny.
Comedian.
So shout out to Trav for being on this as well. It looks good though. It does look
Appreciate
good.
it.
So that was an interesting trailer. So my question to you, same to what I asked Mo. What influenced you to do this? Is this your first series as well, or?
Yeah, this is my first series and just my first big project in general. Like since I graduated from school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what basically made you go this route?
With this, I just felt like because I grew up in like the technology, social media age, I was able to like experience and see like the shift and the difference when it comes to dating. And just like going away to school and being around my friends, I just had like loads of stories from their past, like whether it was somebody they were in a relationship with, situationship or fling, just like so many different stories and content that I thought was important. But I also wanted to do it just to open up, opportunities for dialogue when it comes to relationships as well, and just giving us time to reflect. And lastly, just a way to like positively show brothers being vulnerable, in healthy ways.
That's definitely a good point.
That's so basically, follow me. You took the sentimental route. You took the gangster route. So eventually, y'all gonna come together and make some type of OD drug dealing
love story.
Yeah, son.
But the interesting, I really appreciate you saying that, because I do feel like a lot of people are gonna think that my series is like the premise is sentimental, but it's really a lot more to it. I definitely make sure I show like the good and bad when it comes to relationships.
No, yeah, absolutely.
And like how I said, but it is sentimental, but it's going to surprise you. You're going to see a lot more different dynamics.
He did call it a dramedy,
yeah.
Which I thought
you
was
gonna get
interesting.
everyday life of growing up.
It kind of
not growing up, but like as adulthood or
definitely
in the hood.
It kind of seemed like this, the series is more so predicated to like you're basing it on you, which I find so to me, because what it is about how do you communicate, if I understood correctly, like by writing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, you obviously are the creative writer, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, I kind of see is some of your personal stories, I don't know if you want to mention that, but did you kind of like base some of your experiences into the writing for the cast?
So you saw the trailer for the pilot episode, not for the pilot episode, but season 1, I definitely did get into some portions of my life. But I know a lot of people are gonna think a lot of it is based on me, but it's really not. And but it is based from my perspective, because I did tell stories from like my friends and people who I went to college with, and people who I don't even have close relationships with.
You're gonna share stories of what you heard and stories
Absolutely.
of what you experienced.
It's a hip opera.
like Maya Angelou, she
on some Carmen
when
shit,
she was writing,
hip-opera.
she probably said stuff from her personal life and stuff that she saw from other people. So it's probably like the same. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope.
It's relatable.
It's dope that you could Lance tell you a story and you could just kind of put it with yours. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
Yeah.
And then the whole writing letters thing, I added that to it because that's like an old conventional way of like communicating. So I just found it like interesting. Like, how would it be if that was like a common like practice now of like communicating with somebody? Like writing them a letter.
That takes a lot that takes a lot right now in this day and age, when you could just text and like, damn, this guy just wrote it on a piece of paper when he could have just texted.
You gotta really like think about it.
Yeah, like
how
he
you
put
really
thought
feel
into it. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be real.
My handwriting too bad to write letters.
That's what I'm saying. My handwriting sucks. So if I do that, you better appreciate it, because I'm gonna look like an idiot.
Son, as many penmanship books as I had to use when I was a kid, son, my handwriting is still atrocious.
Yeah, my handwriting is bad.
Mine is
I just write fast.
My numbers is fire.
I should have been a doctor, because doctors' handwriting suck. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you another question, Tay. So Prophecy Film Studio, talk to me about that. Is that just you, or is that like, go more into detail in terms of what that is? Is that like a stable of actresses and actors, or is like a stable of writers?
Yeah.
Or like talk to me more about that.
So it's an independent film and TV studio that I launched in 2017. As far as like the whole idea for it started $4 million around like 2015 to 2016, and Deliver Our Love is like our first official project that we're releasing. So last year more so, I was definitely big on like the whole I'm starting an independent studio from the ground up with my team, but I learned that that's very tough to sustain when you work with limited resources. Yeah. So I just decided to put a lot of my energy into the show. And just continue to work on my craft to when I'm actually, releasing projects and making, solid money from it, I'll be able to really put more into my studio, because the whole goal is for me to be an independent filmmaker who can create mainstream projects as well. And Prophecy Films, that's the premise, being able to create like timeless projects. But we also want to be a studio that is known for like developing stars. So, we said we got Trav Q on the show. We started developing the show 3 years ago in 2016. So this was definitely where Trav Q was on the horizon. And I would just mention some people how he actually came to audition, for it. We really was, out here grinding, really trying to, get our work up. So he came in audition. And then we have a couple of other members of the cast, like, Alexandria Benford, Caleb Lewis, who were pushing as like, stars. And they actually just got some real nice bookings. Alexandria, she just booked a national commercial. And it was so dope. Some people would hit me up like, yo, I just seen
how does that make
TV.
You feel, man? Like,
yo, it's
to see people that you work with.
It's I can't even explain it. It's priceless. And it's like so fulfilling because like I remember us having rehearsals like back in 2016. And like I said, like these people, they all came to the same audition. And to see them now, and even us talking about the things we wanted to do, and actually being here now, it's amazing. I'm just like, I'm so happy with them. I'm just even happy I had the opportunity to work with them, because I did tell them, I was telling them like, yo, y'all dope, y'all stars from beforehand, and I recognize that's a gift that directors have to have. Like you got to be able to identify, see a star before they step into their horizon.
And a lot of people, they just see success, right? They don't see the work that was, because even what you just said, you said Trav Q came in audition. A lot of people just think that, they don't see what happens in the background.
Yeah, he's a very hard worker, very hard worker.
Right.
He seems very humble too.
Let me ask a question though. A lot of people might feel like it might be a stupid question when it's really not, because a lot of people don't really know the difference. So when you say that you create an independent film studio, is this like a studio in terms of like just the film side of it, or do you have an actual physical studio that you record at, scenes like green screens and things of that nature? So can you talk a little bit about that?
So to answer your question, it's pretty much both. It's starting off now as me just being a creative, developing projects, but our long-term goal is to actually, be able to begin to like, purchase like land and lots, office buildings, so we can have a base of where our film studio is gonna be. Like that's absolutely the long term goal, definitely. And like people like Tyler Perry, like those are models. Ava DuVernay, she's about to start her own. She just bought like some property in a certain part of LA. She launched her own film studio. Jordan Peele with his production company. So those are a lot of people who I'm paying close attention to their business model in developing their own studios and it being effective too.
I have a question for you as well. So we spoke about doing the writing thing, right? Have you thought about actually getting into acting yourself?
I actually started acting. I wanted to be an actor first when I was in high school. So as you read in my bio, I got interested in doing this from watching all the films from the New Jack Cinema era. New Jack Cinema era, for people to know, was the era of the late 80s and early 90s, where it was like a big boom in black films that were created by black people though. Because we've always had like lead roles and starring roles, and I mean, of course, a lot of them would fit into stereotypical roles, but it was times before we had big lead roles, but for us to actively be like the writers, directors, and producers behind it, that was the one of the first big eras, and it became commercial. So like watching Do the Right Thing, Boys in the Hood, Men's Society, I watched all that 10th grade, and I just wanted to do this. Like,
I was just about to ask you what motivated you to do it.
Definitely after seeing Do the Right Thing when I was 15, I was like, this is what I wanted to do. So it was like I wanted to be an actor, but I had so many characters I wanted to play in my head. So I was like, yo, let me just start writing it. And I wrote a script the summer before 11th grade, and I went to Benjamin Banneker Academy in Clinton Hills. And I brought the script to the film teacher, because we had a film department in my school, and I gave it to him, and he said he was gonna read it, and he actually read it that night, and came back the next day in class, and he told me like, yo, my script was dope. He enjoyed it. I got great dialogue, and that was just my boost right there. Like once I heard that, I was like, yo, this is definitely what I want to do. So I mean, my film teacher, he definitely
you still keep in contact with him.
I still keep tabs on him. Not because he's still teaching at the school, so I do ask about him. So I am planning to surprise him because I just got to thank him because he boosted. He was the one. He was definitely the one. And I don't know. I think I would have probably just been stuck into the whole mindset of like what Mo was talking about earlier, like just going to college and getting a job. Like if it wasn't for somebody like him that I met at a young age that encouraged me to like cultivate my talent and art.
For that though, for people who want to do stuff, and didn't get that encouragement from somebody else, I would say don't be scared, because a lot of times people are scared of their own talent.
There's a lot of very talented people out there, and they don't put out their ideas because they're scared.
That's very true.
Which is crazy.
I just said
like,
that.
There's some real. I know.
I just said that, right?
I'm emphasizing on what you're saying.
Hold on. Zoom into me. I just said that, right? I just want to know. All right.
Listen, DJ Active, I'm agreeing
I just
with you.
wanted to know. My bad,
bro. That's it.
Yeah. But you didn't emphasize it the right way. It's not like you emphasize it on an iPhone text. Like, you could just press the iPhone text and emphasize. Nah, go ahead. My bad.
Nah, but just like I was about to say, there's a lot of people that are scared to get into like something that they really love. I don't know if they're just terrified of the work, or they're scared of the reaction, what other people may think.
I feel like, especially being a creative myself, I
Right.
feel like
Matter of fact, a little bit.
you don't know how people will receive
Very true.
your talent, how they're gonna receive your art, because everybody doesn't really have the vision that you have for the ideas that you have. Sometimes they don't see it till way later down the line, and you hear that with a lot of people that end up becoming pioneers in a lot of fields that people didn't believe until it caught fire. So I mean, I think that's probably what it is.
It's like creating an album, like a rapper who's not listening to what's going on right now. They just zoned out on what they want to do, and by the time they put it out, it could be 2 years old. It's old to them, but it's new to us. You feel me? So
I have one more question for Tay, but before Tay, Phresh, you actually said something regarding the being the creative mind thing and not being afraid. You and Keds and Jerome and Willie started Christoph Christian, right? What were the challenges that y'all faced? Like before, explain to me the beginning process, because like y'all didn't even tell us, like BCE, like what was going on. Right, I just popped up out of nowhere.
Yo, what's up?
So explain, like were there like doubts of releasing? Let's get into that story real quick. The Christoph Christian story.
Basically, they just didn't want to tell you yet.
I guess
it was
that was the creative
doubts.
thinking.
It's just more so, and I mean, you know us, especially me and Keds in particular. We perfectionists. I don't want to put something out there yet until I feel like it's ready to be shared with anybody. So it just goes back to the same way how we did the podcast. We did all the necessary planning and research and structuring for how we wanted to do it before we announced to anybody that we was doing it.
Right.
And it was the same, principles when we did Christoph Christian.
So it's funny that you say that, because for anybody who don't know, we never like practice this. There's people who practice.
We came to that video yo, what's up?
Our first recording, we just did it.
Little swagger. He was like, yo, do that.
Nah, because this is not something that you practice for.
Right.
We're literally being ourselves.
No, what I mean by practice, like how we came up with the Stoop Breaker. That was just, we just came up with that right then and there. And how we go, like how we go around, and
I think certain things just come naturally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just natural, because people take practice and do stuff like that. Like when I was DJing with Rex, we never practiced. We just did it natural. And I think that sometimes it may work in some people's favor.
For some people, you gotta.
But some people do need to practice.
Some people it comes that way. But with the clothes in particular, we owned the company for a year. before we said anything.
Before you
And
released
during
anything?
that year, during that year, we was just practicing because we can't draw. We're not artists. We went and got iPads, bought some apps, and just sketched and practiced for a whole year.
So, bro,
Before
what
the
made
first
y'all
shirt came
like you said y'all had the company for a year. What made y'all even bring the company to life?
Because we always, let me tell you, I remember the story
Passion.
like it was yesterday. Aside from that, me and Keds, we was in Bloomingdale's in Soho one day. And we was in
Spending
there.
money.
Exactly. We went to the G-Star
BMF,
section. I
what's up?
kid you not, bro. I looked at some G-Star jeans. I looked at it, it was like $375. And we used to buy stuff like that all the time.
Still do.
But it was just like, no,
You're
I
rich.
don't. No, I don't.
No,
Don't
Phresh
spread that
drastically
propaganda to me,
changed.
bro.
No, I remember Phresh when Phresh used to buy like $1,000 shoes and
Bro, I stopped
he
all
stopped
that.
doing that. I'm not gonna
stopped all
lie.
that.
To you. That era of Phresh is gone.
Son, so
Fifth Ave Phresh is no.
Let me tell you something. No, I'm
what
still Fifth Ave Fresh.
So what you
Christoph
saying?
on Fifth Ave.
What you
Believe
saying? You Zara Fresh now?
that. Bro, no,
gotta
I'm
change it.
Christoph Fresh.
And
That's
I-
right.
so-
All right, Christoph Fresh.
So you know, I was
Word.
shopping with Malik
Christoph
with
Fresh.
Fresh one day, and I was pissed because I'm in Zara, can't fit.
Yeah,
this
he can't
shit.
fit. He was mad as hell. I'm like, you need to write
I'm
them.
big, bro,
Tell them
like-
you want a big and tall section
Yo,
for Zara.
come on, son.
Oh yeah, you can't fit in nothing.
No Zara, bro.
Nah,
No.
Damn, they
that's
need to
crazy.
make look like when them.
I looked at Fresh and said, "Go ahead, I'll wait by the door."
Yeah, he went outside. He was tight.
Facts.
But
Facts.
back to the story though, like when we was in Bloomingdale's that day and I looked at the jeans and it was so simple.
He was like,
The
damn,
stress
I
and
can do this.
The stress and bleach. And that's exactly what I told her. I was like, bro,
We could do.
we
this.
could do this ourselves, son. Like we can go and distress some regular H&M jeans.
So
and
Bloomingdale's
cut
is
some
what
holes in
launched
it.
Christoph Christian.
No, the
Nah,
idea
I
was
wouldn't
hatched
say
in
Bloomingdale's.
Bloomingdale's. But we always been in the fashion.
So let me ask you this then. One last thing before I go back to Tay. Were y'all ever nervous at all? Like, did y'all ever have doubts at all? Like, y'all just like nothing happened throughout that year. We was like, damn, bro, I don't know if we should do this again. Like, there was none of that.
Nah.
Like, I never lost that way.
Not for me anyway.
I don't
Kez,
see
what about
I
you?
don't see them going through that because I feel like they did so much.
Because like I said, we always been in the fashion
Yeah.
from the beginning. So it was just like,
I don't think it was a hesitation on should I do this. It was probably more so on
When
how
or
should I do
how.
this.
and that's why we ain't say nothing for a whole
Exactly.
year.
It's more so how should I do this? How should I?
You know, Lance gonna talk to y'all after this. Like,
No,
I
that's
really
okay.
can't believe y'all didn't tell me.
Yo, listen.
All the
if you know Fresh, then you know when you go to his crib, your cup better have a coaster. He's a
Everybody
man.
know I'm real particular, bro.
If yes, you go to a man house and that man tell you your cup better be in a coaster. Yeah,
That's a
He's
man
on
with a
it.
plan, right?
he's on
Yo, man, I
Anyway.
don't have time for
it.
all
You go
of
to
that.
active crib.
I just
fuck out of here. You need ice. You better go to the store.
Yo, damn.
nah, I'm not like that. If you just put your, I just clean it. Like that's how I am. I don't have time to be buying coasters or I just clean the shit.
But you do know on certain services, like
Here
if
we
you
go.
don't got a coaster on this
Here
right
we
here,
go.
Josh gonna get you, bro, because you're gonna leave. It's gonna eat the wood, bro, and you're gonna see the outline of the cup if you don't use a coaster.
And
on
if you
this.
notice, I never put it.
but
on
you
there.
don't have to because these cups don't have ice, and it's not really.
And that's how Fresh
I'm telling you, bro.
and Keds ordered the cups.
Mm.
Yeah,
Because they perfectionists,
facts.
right?
But yeah, shout out to Christoph Christian. One time.
Yo,
Keds and Fresh, thank you for sharing that story, man. That was dope.
man.
But I have one last question to Tay before we switch gears. So Tay, real quick, and actually for you too, Mo. Do you guys have any favorite, Hollywood writers that you aspire to be or that you look up to, you look forward to, watching their projects? Or is there a number one person that you like, I want to be that guy? I know you mentioned Tyler Perry and a couple of other people. But Jordan Peele you mentioned, but is there anybody in particular that stands out?
Spike Lee.
Well, as far as like my idol, Spike Lee, but I feel like currently, I'm really feeling Ryan Coogler.
Cool, yeah.
But the great thing about him is once I saw Fruitvale Station,
Dope.
I was a fan.
Yeah, that movie was
big time.
amazing.
What
Big
movie?
time.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah.
I never saw
You
it.
have
Yeah,
to see that movie.
Fruitvale was good.
As
That
Ryan
movie was
Coogler
great.
And it was
first
unexpected. Like I didn't
Nah.
even expect
What is it
to
about?
be
That movie was
what it
great.
was. You know what I'm saying?
It's about Oscar Grant, the brother who got murdered in 2009 by the Oakland Police Department in the train station.
Yeah,
where
the
he was
train
handcuffed.
station. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
New
it
Year's
was
Eve.
It was New
It
Year's
was
Eve.
New
New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
Watch
that's
it,
bro.
In California.
I gotta,
it was his first
um,
film. Then he did
Yeah.
Creed and Black Panther, but Fruitvale Station was his first film that stamped him. So I would be like ecstatic to work with him because I just feel like he's a brother like cut from a similar cloth to me. You know.
So his
Michael B.
first
Jordan was
film
dope.
brought him those other two.
Say that one more time.
I said that first
Fruitvale?
film brought him
Absolutely.
the other two.
Yeah.
It brought him the other two 100%.
So
Because
100%.
after Creed, he made
Michael
some
B. Jordan
dollars.
is dope, bro.
What's
Black
your
Panther, he definitely
yeah,
killed
and
the
then
game.
you know,
What's your top 3 favorite movies?
well, definitely Do the Right Thing. Damn, that's so tough, bro.
Yeah, the pick.
That's so,
You would
so
have to do
tough.
that by genre.
Not
you
for
can't just
nothing.
do.
While it's on my head, right? I don't want to forget this.
What type
So-
of matter of fact? Sorry.
Go ahead.
What type of
Yeah, that's what he
movies?
That's what he
My bad.
Sorry.
Nah.
so expensive.
All right,
do
what
that
type of
all the
movies do
time,
you like?
son.
Like adventure, action. Like what you like? Storyline.
I'm definitely big on storyline and
All right.
setting.
So what's your top
Yeah.
3 storyline?
Well, of course, Do the Right Thing. Boys in the Hood,
Mm-hmm.
Classics. man.
and
Can't go wrong with those.
I'm probably watched Boys in the Hood at least
Do the
3,000
Right
times
Thing,
in my
Boys
life.
in the Hood,
At least.
and it's this film, and I gotta pay homage to this film because it's an old film, and it's from a director who came out
In
before
the early 90s.
No, it's actually an old film. It actually came out in the 70s. But the interesting thing about it is it was a filmmaker named Charles Burnett, and he came out before, like when black people, if you say you were a director, it was like a joke. So that's why a lot of people don't know him. But a lot of his films are actually getting restored now by Martin Scorsese. He's starting to get like prominent now, but it's called The Killer of Sheep. It's like this old rare 70s film. But the interesting is he shot it right after the Watts riot.
What was
So
it
when
about?
you see it, it's a family. It's actually about this black family in the South Side, and just pretty much like the father dealing with being like economically stifled, like so many of like the men in our family for generations. And but it showed how it affected him and the relationship with his family, like to his children, to his
So
wife.
basically, instead of like Do the Right Thing, where basically son and his wife was always arguing about money, it just got to a point where that film was about like, why were they arguing about bread?
Yeah. And I just never seen a black family portrayed that way. Ever. Like,
no, you
it
never
just
hear that.
is.
You
Yeah,
never
it was,
see
it was
that.
crazy.
It's
how
never
he
like,
did.
yo, we got light bill, we got this, we got that, we got to feed the kids. You know what I'm saying? You
I
never
don't mean
see
to cut
that.
you off, but
And I randomly found it too on YouTube. They took it down from YouTube now because, like how I said, they restore his movies.
Right.
So he's getting like brought to colleges and stuff to speak. Like they just gave him like an honorary.
You get an
Oscar
insight of
a couple
living,
years ago. Yeah.
Our everyday living in a black family.
And then you see Watts, because it was after the riots, a lot of stuff was like burned down, like in the background in the shots. Like it's crazy. Crazy film.
That's dope that you did your homework.
Right, yeah, that's what I want to say that like you really
No,
do.
there's-
I'm a history.
That's how you know he's real
'cause-
passionate about what he's doing.
Yeah, because when you ask somebody that's a rapper and they don't know certain songs
can't
and
tell you who
albums,
Rakim is.
They don't even know where rap
that's
started.
most of these new rappers today.
Yeah.
They don't really
Not
know
even
like-
rap.
You
But
can't
they don't
even-
know where hip hop started.
Yeah.
'Cause rap is different.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No,
You
I
know
get
what I'm
you.
saying?
I get you. But
so-
for the listeners,
for Mo,
Yeah. Same
Yeah, I
question.
want to get to Mo
we-
before we
yeah.
go to the next topic.
Same question. Same question.
I'm not really into the Hollywood writers and directors and all that kind of stuff, but
Because you in a different lane. Too.
Yeah,
You will be though.
So what do you?
You will be.
What
I'm
would
more
you,
into
Go ahead. No, I was saying, what are you more into? Like, what?
Yeah, I'm
more.
more into TV. I'm more into TV. Writer that really inspired me was the guy from Money and Violence, Mo himself.
Oh,
We
yeah.
kinda,
That's-
we
you know,
kinda
that's-
have the same name.
that's
He's
my
coming
guy.
out with another series actually.
Yeah.
It's called The Spot.
and his name is Moses.
Yeah. Well, his name is Maurice.
he's Haitian
It's the
too,
Haitian.
right?
It's the Haitian version of
Yeah,
it. So.
he knew me from since I was like 3.
Oh wow.
I grew up with Mo. Well, my
Y'all talking
cousin.
about
Yeah,
wait. Y'all talking about Rafe?
Yeah.
Like,
I know him personally.
I'm more. You got a role on the show, man.
I actually was one of the first people to start promoting it for him
Oh.
on Instagram. Like, I was.
We
one
gotta
of
get
the-
Rafe on the show.
Yeah,
after,
I got a couple of these shirts and stuff like that. When I used to do Venus and all of that back then, and I used to wear these shirts.
I want that hoodie.
And I got the hoodie too. But I know him personally.
I want the hoodie. I don't care about what you got.
I'm just telling you so you can get jealous.
When the Scooby snacking something right now.
He's a very good actor. He's a very good writer.
Actually, so honestly, what drove me to his story was his ability to like tell a story like with so like little money. You know what I'm saying? Because the first 2 episodes is like low production values, but the storyline and plot was so dope with the story that it captivated his audience.
And it's crazy because most of the stories is from
Brooklyn. It's from Brooklyn.
You know what he reminds me of?
Him and his friends
Not
and
for
my
nothing.
cousins.
Yeah.
Most of the stories that he told in Money and Violence.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You a whole indictment waiting to happen.
I'm about to say, what's active doing
You know what that reminds me of?
We got to bleep that out.
Your cousins too? You indicted your cousins now too?
My cousins is in Panama now.
They hide it from the feds?
Nah, they
hide it from the feds.
Yeah,
that reminds me on some real Biggie shit, on some real Brooklyn shit, where he was just telling
but I'm
stories.
also like I'm not really a big movie guy. I like movies, but not as much as like most other film directors. I'm more into TV shows, such as like The Wire, The Sopranos.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
What would be your top 3 TV shows?
Hold on,
TV
we gonna because I want to.
It can go into that, bro.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it can. That's
true.
true.
Like,
answer the question.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I just The Wire. The Wire is actually probably my favorite shows of all time. The Wire, The Sopranos, Power, Breaking Bad, those kind of shows.
Yeah, Breaking
shows
Bad.
That have
me
like
and Fresh fuck with that.
Shows that have like really good plots and
I gave
storylines.
Breaking Bad. I could never get into.
It don't
I watched
matter
it like 2
because right
seasons.
now it's all about Game of Thrones. So
I gotta get
we
into
gonna
that
have
show
episode.
next.
We gonna have
He
episode
just said I
dedicated.
gotta get into that show next.
That's a different dynamic.
I never watched Game of Thrones either.
You're insane.
Different
You
story
have
was.
to watch that.
I'd rather watch Manifest.
You was in Panama.
Manifest is good too.
Yo, move up with him something there. Game of Thrones.
Manifest is good too.
Game of Thrones is dope,
But
but
You know who I like? I like
Breaking Bad
I
is
like Dick
crazy.
Wolf, man. What he brings to, a lot of
But
TV
his
series.
specialty is really like that crime show type of.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
He do a
saying.
lot.
Like he's really dope, man.
Yeah, but isn't a
For-
lot
for-
of people
for
don't
many
know
years.
he basically has half of TV shows, bro.
Yeah, that's what
He's
I'm saying.
associated with everything.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Like that guy's amazing, man. But anyway,
Yeah, let's continue.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to cover both bases. So thank you guys for your stories, man. This is very inspiring. I'm hoping that the people listening to this, they actually get inspired. If there's something that they do want to do, whatever it is, if you want to write or if you want to open up some type of business, you want to be a DJ or you want to be open up a clothing store, whatever, come out with a clothing line.
Hope
go
this
for
just
it.
inspires anybody that's scared. You know what I'm saying? And then, y'all telling y'all stories of how y'all started and stuff like that. It might, motivate. At least if it motivates one person that you
listen.
You know what I'm
When
saying?
y'all get a
That's great.
Grammy, just come back here so we can. Just
We're not
see
making
the
music.
trophy.
I'm about to say.
I'm sorry, Oscar. I'm Oscar.
Wait, now
Oscar.
you can maybe get a Grammy
put
for
the
the
drink
music
down.
score,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I told y'all I was lit in the
I ain't
beginning.
go front.
Told y'all I was
You
lit
had
in
a
the beginning.
Stoop Lance moment. You know?
Yeah. I told y'all I was lit in the beginning, so I gave a disclaimer. When you get the Oscar, bro, just bring it back because I need to see that.
Facts.
We're gonna bring it everywhere like Juicy J.
Do it.
Like the Mavericks when they took the championship all over, took it in the club everywhere.
Nah, I appreciate that though. Once again, thank y'all for sharing y'all stories too about Christoph Christian. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I didn't even know
every
that.
day, man.
So
Yeah, you see, there he go again. I
No,
didn't
it's
even
okay.
know
I'm just
that.
saying I didn't know that.
We know that.
Speak to them like every day.
Nah, it's because he
look,
think he
look,
know
look.
everything about everybody.
He getting into it. Oh, oh my God. I can't wait till this shit over.
It's all right, though. But yeah, we gonna switch gears. You know
leave
what I'm
Lance
saying?
alone,
We're gonna get into the next. We actually gonna get into Stoop Breaker. But before we do,
What the fuck
just
is
gonna
this?
give y'all a reminder to please follow, subscribe, like, comment. Our social media platforms that we have. Stoop Talk Podcast. That's the name. We are on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We are also on iTunes. We're on Google Play, Spotify. We're on everything pretty much.
Everything.
All major platforms. Please remember to subscribe, man. Follow and like. This very much appreciative. And yeah, it's lit. Stoop Talk Podcast. All right. Also, we have the short clips on Instagram. The page is called Stoop Talk Podcast. Share, repost, comment, like on that too. That would show us a lot of appreciation.
Tell a friend to tag a friend to tag a friend to tag a friend.
Oh, you got
tell
it right.
That friend.
No, he be getting it right. You get it wrong.
Oh, it's just me.
But he didn't even say like Phresh say, like you do.
Oh.
And don't say it right. But I'm get a shirt with that on it. Yo, we making that shirt and we making And
That's it.
And that's it. Shirt for Active.
Oh boy, that's funny. But yeah, you can have me in Active
You
shirts.
put a little CC on the sleeve, like for Christoph.
You getting a little too picky, bro. They
No, that'd be dope though.
You wanted your face. You wanted your
So
name
if
on
they
the shirt.
ask me, yo, what that CC stands for, Christoph Christian. Go shop at it.
It means watch my
We
show.
got those bases covered. Don't worry.
All right, my bad.
You want your name on
I
it
was
too?
on some Joe BC shit, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So this is my favorite time of the show. Listen, did you get that Stoop Breaker drop yet?
Nope.
No.
Which means he paying for this session.
Paying for the
Facts.
whole
So
session.
we did discuss
I'm paying
that
for
one.
this session.
No, we did on air. We had proof.
Son, it's
Proof of what?
What do you mean? It's on the last one. We gonna play it back for you. You want to
if
hear
you
it?
didn't have
And I
the
don't
drop.
care how
Play
many
it back
you
right
was
now,
paying.
video editor.
I don't care how many times y'all play it back. Cheated.
Anyways,
Drop the Stoop Breaker.
listen.
I could play instrumental. You know what I'm saying?
This, no, you killed it already. It's fine. I'm
Go
good.
ahead with
I'm
the
good with
Stoop
What
science.
kind of
bro.
kiss tease was that?
Anyways, so I don't know Tay and Mo. Mo, you watched the show before. I'm sure you're familiar with the Stoop Breakers or what it is. It's basically like a brain teaser. Tay, it's like a silly, funny question, but it's meant.
You've been
to
having
like,
those moments all
Tay,
day.
Tay, you say you saw.
I'm gonna let you go first.
You say you saw it.
Because
Right?
he know Lance shit is trash.
Tay,
Nah,
Tay
mine's
don't know what
listen.
a
Mine's
Stoop
making
Nah, I don't know. I only seen like some clips of the show on Instagram.
On Instagram.
So I didn't see that part though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's nobody
He's
knows what
busy
the Stoop
filming.
Breaker
You
is.
can't watch
So-
the show.
Wait, who's doing it? Lance?
Let's get to it.
Yeah, oh, you had something?
Nah, go ahead.
I got it. Yeah.
It's not gonna be nothing. Don't worry.
Oh,
about it.
here, Mr. Big Shot, or Mr. Oh, what you use soap to wash every time you think. Since that guy.
Whoa! What are you talking about? Yo, can you get into your?
He said you use soap to wash your
No, I'm
vagina.
saying that's what you asked. And
That was his Stoop Breaker. But can we
The
come
Stoop
on,
Breaker
son.
was
All right.
dope.
All right, let me get into
Come
it.
on,
man.
son.
All right, so the Stoop Breaker for this episode is it's gonna make y'all think.
Oh God, that makes some more trash.
People buy me to eat, but never eat me. What am I?
Oh, he
A
went.
fork. You're
he-
eating utensils.
You don't
He
pay
trying
for
to
that,
he trying to
though.
do riddles now. See
Yeah,
that?
you see that, right? He got
You see, he
inspired.
trying to steal
He
my
got
swag,
inspired.
boy.
That's if you
Wait,
go
wait.
somewhere that
So
you
what
don't-
you said?
You gotta buy it for
You
your
got
house.
this from?
People buy me to eat, but never eat me. What am I?
Oh, you got this from Gotham.
I
The
got
rip-
this from the internet, social media.
Oh. I swear the Riddler said something like this on Gotham.
What's the answer?
What's your answer? I say eating utensils, but
That's wrong. Tay, what you think?
zoom in on that right there, Brian.
I don't know, man.
Tay had a loss of words. Keds, you the smart one.
So wait, everybody at the table
else is
dumb?
No, no, Phresh is smart too. Wait, did it Phresh you? What? Let's speak about one of your accolades from school. You was
No,
the
no. Let's stay on the Stoop
No,
Breaker. We're not trying to get
Which
into
one?
the wasn't you?
Since you want to insult me?
I think he was a valedictorian, right?
No.
No,
This
No,
guy. He know you for more. How many?
No,
how
he
many years
was-
he knew you?
I
no,
went to
but he
school-
did
I went
something
to school
though.
in the full
I know he got a
academic
well. He
scholarship.
did get a full right. That I know. So I guess
Cum
that is
laude.
that. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
an
all
accomplishment.
that.
That's there. That's
But
really
don't
dope.
ever insult me like that again.
But I said, listen, I just said catch is smart though. But what? So you said utensils,
So-
right?
I said eating utensils.
He said it wrong.
I did not say it wrong.
He did.
That's just another way of whatever you saw, and you cheated because you Googled.
I'm gonna cheat because your shit is just crazy. That doesn't make sense.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense? It makes perfect
He
sense.
said he just said you said it wrong. So that's why I can't figure it out.
I did not say there is no there. That's
I mean,
probably another
technically he
question.
didn't.
Yeah, that's. Don't listen to
Let me
Chase.
see
You
what
listen
this
to me.
says. How
This
to
is what it
All right,
says,
so
bro.
say it again.
Look
Say it
what
again.
says.
All right, say it again. say it
People
again.
buy me
That's
to
what he
eat,
said.
but never eat.
People
He said
buy me
people-
to eat, but never
Oh,
eat.
okay.
me.
I thought he said people
What
buy
am
me
I?
to eat me, but never eat me. That's what I thought he said.
What?
That's why it didn't
People
make no
buy-
sense. That's why I was
Whatever
like,
this is,
People
nigga
buy
got
me
you
to-
smacked
Nah, that
up.
shit's lit, bro. I'm over here slumped.
You smacked up.
Yeah, facts.
That imperial.
So nobody knows what this is, huh?
I do because I
Well,
cheated.
I was close, but let everybody else answer.
Okay.
Active.
I don't know, man.
Come on, son. Participate.
You know what?
I'm a
not gonna.
vegetarian.
I'm not gonna answer this. We'll
Why not?
do what Active did, and we'll just.
I mean, what
Put
he
it up
what
there.
he said makes sense. So I don't see how it's
now
not
he
that.
want to do that.
Yeah, we could do that for this episode.
It's pretty much what I said, but not what I said.
So are you, baby? Is he not like classifying it within a utensil?
Technically, you're not. It's not, but it is.
What, like a plate?
Yes.
Chase, matter of fact, just go ahead. What's the answer?
It's a plate.
It's a plate.
Well, it's a plate, but it could be a bowl, it could be a spoon, it could be a fork.
But
That's what I said. Technically,
Yeah, you
okay,
said a
but
fork.
yeah.
that's why. Okay, I was thinking.
So
plate,
it's
but
many
he said
answers.
fork. So I'm like,
I said
okay,
eating utensils.
But you
that
could
would
do
be
that too.
No, you said eating utensils.
Yeah.
And that's like within the same
That's
realm.
right.
So I'm thinking, got to be something else. So why wouldn't fork work or eating utensil work?
Yeah.
Do you always get a fork when you buy?
The fuck you mean?
I don't always.
People
I don't
buy
always
meat
use a
to
plate.
eat.
People, you don't
I
buy
use
a
a bowl.
fucking fork?
There's
There's a plate.
several things that could fit a table.
Facts.
There's several things that could be in
But
that
none of y'all
equation.
said that though.
Eating
I said
utensils
plate,
could
though.
be right. You get that to eat, but you don't eat a
Absolutely.
fork.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is why your stoop breakers are fucking
if we're in the park
trash.
and I buy jerk chicken from the jerk chicken man, what am I eating it on? I'm not eating it on the table.
A foam fucking
You're getting
plate.
a styrofoam. It's
but
not
you
a,
said utensils. Well, then again,
Exactly.
Oh. No. Shh.
Tay
But
looking
then
like
again-
so
Lady.
utensils.
But then
is
again-
like, hold on.
Tay,
The
Tay,
definition
look
of
at these niggas,
utensils
right?
is
that's
fork.
why I said
Fork,
technically
knife,
It's plate.
spoon.
It's plate
Y'all
part
know
of
the camera got
utensils.
my face right.
No, I just
like a lost leg.
want to be sure.
All right, let's put it like this.
I wanna
When
be
you
sure.
go in the grocery store, right? And you want to go into like the paper plate section, they classify it as one thing within that aisle. Paper goods or utensils.
But
And they're all together.
are plastic plates and containers considered utensils? That is the real
Define
big question.
utensil.
Because from what I believe, I hate when I put myself in this
You
position.
can't
to
say
look dumb.
believe is what it is.
But from what I believe, utensils are forks, spoons, and knives.
Okay. But let me
Not
Okay, but let me
necessarily-
ask you a question from your question. Don't you buy forks, knives, spoons to eat food?
When you buy jerk chicken from the jerk chicken,
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
talking
saying. You're
about buying
specifying
chicken,
in the
my nigga,
food.
what you
Well,
talking
I'm talking about. I'm bringing you all different types of scenarios.
But you said people
People
buy
buy me. So you buy food at the jerk chicken man stall at the
Hold
park.
on.
He doesn't always
Hold
have
on.
food.
Hold on.
So he
Right
gives
now.
you
Only-
the fucking chicken in your
technically-
hand.
By
in
the
the
definition-
container.
By definition
don't know
of
if it
utensil, I am
Yes.
correct.
What does the
Definition of
definition say?
utensil
So plate
says
is
this:
is
an implement, container, or other article, especially for household use.
Repeat that again.
Another stupid fucking
Wait.
stoop
Repeat
breaker.
that again. That's going to be clear.
An implement, container, or
Yeah, man.
other article,
More over there
especially for
yawning.
household use.
And that's the definition
That's
of a
the
utensil.
definition of a utensil.
So
Okay.
Phresh.
And then it says tool. A fork is an eating
Fork?
tool.
Well,
A spoon.
we knew that.
But that's what it is.
That's under utensil.
Okay.
That's what a utensil is
All right.
defined as.
So then Phresh was right.
So Phresh, what you saying?
That I'm right.
Okay, well done,
All right,
Phresh.
next up.
Well done.
I got one.
That's what
You
you,
ready?
get
Nah.
for
Well, I
saying
got one.
next
catch
No,
is
it's
the
better
spot
than
on
that.
at the
It's
same-
better than that.
All
Yeah,
right, yeah.
we'll,
All right.
No, let's.
we can't. We have to go.
Nah, yeah, real
No, no.
quick.
We have to go. No,
We
Chase,
gonna
gotta
form
check.
real
this
quick.
and
Real
not
quick.
You gotta
answer
save
it.
We
the
can
stoop
leave it
breakers
in the
for the-
comments. We can leave it
We're
in the
not gonna
comments.
answer it. Just let him read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The more you take them, the more you leave them behind. What are they?
All right, so go ahead.
The more you take them, the more you leave them behind.
Women.
That's what I was about to say.
I know what
I
that
was
is.
about to say.
That was funny.
That's a curry.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you haven't made a curry reference in a while, active.
you are.
I just
That's
did.
a fact. You have it.
But that was good. That was better than that dumb shit.
No, it wasn't.
But
it was.
let us know in the comments what your answer is.
What was the answer?
No, we're not gonna say it
I'm gonna
now.
tell you
We'll tell you
after.
later, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
after.
Later,
I
yeah.
started a little trend. Now,
That really
now,
wasn't
now
hard.
Lance want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we.
It wasn't hard, but it was better than that.
All right.
Shit.
So we are moving on.
I was trying to show you, but you wasn't looking, so I just said,
Lance tight.
Well, I don't even know what's going on. What happened?
You
Yo.
don't.
Forward the
You will, though.
the question.
Did he just release the answer?
Next
Nah,
topic. No,
go ahead.
bro.
Okay.
I already got the answer right, but I'll tell y'all after.
All right. So the next topic that we're getting into, it's funny, we got film writers here. So, this topic kind of, goes and,
I would hope so.
intertwined, with what we're going to speak about, right? So we all love TV. Well, most of us, I would assume. We all had our favorite shows, back in the days and now currently, right? So this topic pretty much is pretty much black and white. What effects do you think, the black 90s sitcoms back in the days had on society versus the TV shows that's out today, right? Phresh, this one was inspired by you. So how about you go first before?
Wait, Phresh, you came up with this question?
Yes, sir.
That was pretty good.
Wait.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
When you did that in the group text?
No.
No, I
so y'all side texting.
I formed this question.
Okay.
The original
so that's
rendition
what
of
we
this
doing
question
right
I
now.
put in the group text.
So we
He
side
sounds
texted?
emotional.
No. This is what happened. I
He's
put this
emotional.
question in the chat already, but it was formed differently. Lance asked me what was the exact question. I sent it
Because
to him,
he's
but then I ended
backwards.
up
He
changing
read it
it.
backwards.
So that's how it came about. But
I feel away still, but
Yeah, he's backwards, so he reads shit backwards.
son.
So he did the whole
You are,
question
since you say
backwards.
no, it wasn't that.
All right, go ahead. Go
All right, go
ahead.
ahead, Phresh.
Yeah, I think definitely 90s sitcoms give you a whole different set of values morally and on life, especially in where black culture is concerned versus now. I feel like in 90s shows back then, you had more depiction of a positive light on the black image on TV or in the in that era versus now 9 times out of 10 you just got a ratchet reality show where people is just embarrassing themselves on TV all the time.
Real
You know what I'm saying?
Housewives
I'll
of
give you-
Atlanta.
There's still a few.
That's what I said.
Those are not shows
There's still a few
most of the
select.
time.
Yeah.
But
It's not like a real dialogue. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, a lot of the shows now, I wouldn't even really consider a lot of them sitcoms.
Yeah, but
compared to when I came up with this
Fresh
question,
Prince.
I was thinking more Fresh Prince, Martin, Family Matters, My
Sister,
Wife and
Sister,
Kids,
Jimmy Fox.
those type of shows.
Jamie
Like
Foxx.
those, you would watch the episodes and there would be deep rooted values
The Wayans
embedded
brothers.
within the episode itself. Versus now, you're really not getting
But
too
what
much
it-
of
what-
that.
I got a question though.
How many-
what are
how
we
many
comparing
black-
it to? Like
Shows
what
now.
shows? I don't know what shows now we can
what
even
shows
compare
now,
it to.
like-
No, I think there is shows like
what?
Blackish.
there-
Is
there are-
good.
there are some.
There's the
I
Tyler
don't know,
Perry.
but they're not as many.
I don't
Tyler
know.
Perry got a couple of shows. It's
You
kinda
got Blackish,
similar.
you got Grownish, you got
Right.
What's,
Insecure,
what's
you got
Grownish?
That is
Grownish
bla-
is
that-
Oh,
that's
that's a
the one-
spin-off from Blackish.
Yes.
That's,
Right.
Wait.
Okay.
That is black cast. That's a black
Well,
cast.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
not.
black-
It's not specifically that, but I mean that's
But-
where.
But that's
It's
what
funny that
looking
you
at.
named
That's what I wanna know.
Insecure because
What about
Insecure
where's
is different.
Yeah,
what
it's
TV
wild.
shows
It's
have a black
different.
cast? You know.
They had
We just
the
named them.
Carmichael show. I didn't watch it too much though.
Oh.
All right, the only one
Um,
the only one I know of is Blackish, and I know they did the spinoff. That's the only one that I know of in
Then you
recent
got-
time
you
that
got, like,
was
you got
that is
Insecure.
successful. But Insecure is a
Insecure
different kind of
is
show. That's
wicked.
Right.
To me,
and like
that's-
Atlanta, but
that's
that's not
not-
really a sitcom.
That's
That's
not
what
really
that's what I said. Like you can't.
But
Really,
I didn't say sitcom. I said I said 90s sitcoms and I said TV shows.
But I get it. But
specifically.
you saying sitcoms, I'm automatically thinking, okay, so what sitcoms do we have today? That's what I
Right.
was trying to compare.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We don't really have nothing like 30 Rock from the Sun, shit like that.
I'm gonna tell you what, the most recent sitcom shows that I felt like we had that compared to that, I would say is kind of recent, but it's kind of not. That I really enjoyed, and it's like one of my top sitcom shows. Is actually I don't know if y'all ever watched The Game. Like I thought that show was.
No, you know what? The
dope
Game
when
is
it was
dope.
on Channel 9.
Right,
But I
when
think
it was
they went to
on, when it
BET,
moved to BT, that it was a wrap.
I
But
think
that show
more
was
so-
When it with Tia, right?
yes, yeah.
I
And
think
Pooch-
My
Pooch
Wife
Davis, I
and
think
Kids
Pooch
is
Hall?
more
Yeah,
of that.
Pooch Hall.
Whatever his
But
name
my
is.
Wife
More of
and
like
Kids
a
was still
sitcom.
closer
I used to
to
love
the,
that
It
show.
was.
90s.
It
I used to
was.
love the game.
It
I ain't gonna
was.
hold you.
The Game was
I just
so
like to
good,
watch
man.
Tia. I ain't gonna hold you.
She's cute. She is
Very.
cute.
All right. I
But-
feel the difference between I guess you could say 90s sitcoms versus whatever's on TV now is the representation of the black family.
Exactly.
The representation of the black family does not exist on TV now, really. I think Blackish is the only show that I know of that shows a black family. I don't really know any shows now that show a black family actually working together.
I used to like Everybody
going
Hates
through
Chris
things
too.
together.
That was
and-
a
That was another
Yeah,
one.
that was
another
dope.
one. That's another one that's kind of more
Yeah,
recent.
and it-
You're
and
The
right.
it
most
shows-
memorable one was the Bernie Mac show.
Yeah.
That shit was.
I think Nickelodeon had a couple of those.
Nah, but Everybody Hates Chris. The father,
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
hilarious.
Terry Crews is hilarious.
Terry Crews
Cheap.
was hilarious. Like
That's
I-
you, son.
And
Yo,
it shows
y'all
you,
remember that
bro.
post on Instagram?
It
It was like,
shows you
yo, it
real
was like,
life,
who's
though.
cheaper between Terry, I forgot his name is, and homie from The Game, Jason.
Yeah.
They were saying which one was cheaper. But I think
I
Terry
don't.
Crews.
I don't know
Terry
if they
Crews is
still. I don't know if
definitely-
they still
Terry
show
Crews
it.
was definitely
but-
cheaper.
I don't know if they show it. But the closest thing after that, after the '90s, was the Goldmans.
I don't even
What
know.
is that?
I don't
Never
know what
heard.
that is.
Right. The Goldmans. Was,
Tay, you ever heard of that one? Because
It sounds like
Nah,
some
he beat me
Trini
on
shit.
that one.
Seriously?
I didn't get that one.
Yeah,
I think it was
Is
the
it some
Goldmans.
Trini?
It
Is
was
some
nah.
Trini?
It wasn't no. It was Jewish.
He was in Trinidad.
The
Oh,
Goldbergs.
Josh, you know
I'm
about
sorry,
that?
the Goldbergs.
Wow.
The
I had to
Goldmans,
be
the
out too.
Goldbergs.
Thank you.
The Goldbergs.
Thank you,
But
Josh.
Shout out to
Josh
Josh.
Jones.
The
Anybody that was
sold
listening, they
that
would
heart,
have they
you
would
know
have
what
picked
I'm
it up.
saying?
But
The
the
engineer had to
Goldmans,
come and intervene.
yeah, no, that was more close to a family orientated sitcom that grew up
Goldbergs.
in a
Where's Showdown? Well, he's looking for help.
ABC,
I think it was like a Fox show.
Oh, it's Fox.
right? But they weren't like a rich family. They were more amongst
Like
us.
everybody
yeah,
else
middle
hates
class. They
Chris.
were like
That's
yes,
what I like about
everybody
that.
else.
That's why I like
Except
everybody
for the
hates Chris,
fact
'cause it
that
shows that
everybody
they ain't have
hates-
no money like that. And
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
relatable.
but
Yeah.
most shows back then, none of them was rich except Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah,
And even
Mo,
that
Mo,
wasn't-
what
Even
you
he
gotta
wasn't
say,
rich.
Mo?
He came from an impoverished home.
Even that was right.
But Uncle Phil was
But
rich
Uncle
as hell.
Phil-
No, but Uncle Phil,
Okay, but it still
Uncle
shows you
Phil,
where he came from.
Yeah,
right?
nah,
but
I get
Uncle
what you
Phil
mean.
never put him on to that whole lavish lifestyle.
Never,
He
yeah.
made him grow up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Uncle Phil came from that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
So it was like, yo,
Yo,
I
Family
came
Matters
from
was
that.
a
My
peace,
kids
Uncle
got to go
Phil.
through that too.
To tell you the truth,
So I'm not
Family
gonna
Matters-
spoil you like you never had nothing. No, the only person in that show that showed that lavish lifestyle was
Hillary?
Hillary.
and that was because it was his
And-
daughter. He
and
couldn't do nothing
Carlton.
about
No,
it.
no,
Carlton,
but yeah, not
and
all
Carlton.
the kids. Hillary and
Yeah,
Carlton.
Carlton.
Ashley
Yeah.
was
Ashley was-
still young,
Ashley
so she
was-
Ashley was
to
trying to
go
get
out.
down. She's trying to be down.
Yeah. She was trying to
But Family
be with
Matters,
the,
they wasn't
with
broke
the Philly
either.
shit.
What,
It was like
what
middle
Family
class.
Matters?
Like,
Urkel used to do? That cost money,
Bro,
bro.
that was just
neighbor.
his
nah, Uncle
creativeness,
parents
bro.
had
Yeah,
money.
that's what I'm saying. They
The
wasn't
dude was
broke.
like into science.
They
and
was
shit.
just
Yeah,
broke.
because
The
he was
only
into
broke-
science, but
The only kind of broke.
Carl was a cop. It wasn't like no lavish life.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Harry.
He came home
Harry was
tired
a home
every day,
mom.
bro.
Yeah, she was a home mom.
Yeah.
You what?
All right.
He said he came
But
home
look though,
tired
look though.
every day, bro.
Harriet was a home mom, but to be a home mom, that means the husband has to be bringing some type of money, and they
Yeah.
was living in a house.
No, I'm saying
You feel me?
they were doing good, but not to say they were living a lavish life. They
Right,
were,
yeah.
they were decent.
Yeah.
But not for
But
nothing. If
Which
I
was a
really
great
had that
representation
home
of the black
lifestyle,
family.
I'd want my wife to turn around and raise my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside
I'm just
busting
saying
my
they wasn't
ass.
broke.
But
Everybody
that's-
hates Chris.
Nah, a woman can't have
They
too
were
much time
broke.
on her hands.
Why? Damn,
Yo.
you gotta have this guy back. What you just said?
A woman can't have too much time on her hands.
Look,
I guess
Yeah,
these
you about to
days.
get
But
flamed
Back in the
in the comments.
90s, back in
You
the
about to get
90s, they was
flamed in the
cool.
comments.
But that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to say. From everybody hates Chris to everything that we just mentioned, they was actually the brokest.
But I'm not
Black-
even. I don't
Well,
even
not
think
Aunt
that's
Vivian
really
didn't
what I
have a
was
job
talking
in
about.
Fresh Prince.
Huh?
Aunt Vivian didn't have a job in Fresh Prince.
She didn't need a job.
Yeah.
They had a
She
butler.
clear.
It was
They're
wrong.
different.
First
They're
of all,
little
they had a
different.
butler.
They
okay?
were definitely living
So she
lavishly.
was cooking with the butler. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
And Uncle, he was a lawyer. I mean, lawyers bring in bread.
He was
So-
a judge. He was like,
I
he's
mean,
one of the best
judge,
judges.
yeah.
Judge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one thing I do want to bring up about 90s sitcoms in comparison to today's is the 90s sitcoms give us like what Phresh was saying, a deep representation of our values. Like in the 90s, it really showcased black love. You
Yeah.
see me? Like in the 90s growing up, when we were growing up, it was cool to have a girlfriend. Like, yeah, son, I got a girl. You don't got no girl. Nowadays, you got a girl like dudes be hiding their girlfriends, hiding their boyfriends. That's a fact. It's just like, yo, don't post each other, whatever the case is. That's that.
You don't need to post.
But yeah, I talked about that though.
go
Whatever.
there.
But
I mean, to keep it,
it was more-
multifaceted, Full House was lit too.
Because what was you posting
Yeah, but
back then in the 90s?
it's not a black
You wasn't
sitcom,
posting
It's
Yeah.
not,
anything.
but they
That's a
live
fact.
I
like
see
how
what
we
you're
do.
yeah.
Wait, finish
The thing
on.
about the 90s is going out with them. Like being in public eye with somebody. You know what I'm saying? But
and
anyway.
also like what the 90s did was give us black people a great representation as well. Like in college, like a different world inspired a lot of people.
Different
world.
world.
A different world inspired a lot of people to go to
Actually want
college.
to go to school.
Yeah,
Right.
Mo hit it
Morals
right on
and
the head,
values.
man.
And the
Different
Cosby
World
Show,
was a-
all those things like we had positive black
wasn't-
people
wasn't broke
on
either.
television. So
Yeah,
that's
facts.
one thing we had in the
I'm
90s.
with the put yeah, all that.
Yeah,
shit.
but different
We're
world.
not even
though.
talking about
Yeah.
Different
them
World
being
was
rich.
a great
Absolutely.
TV show.
Yeah.
What show?
Very great.
A Different World.
was a
Different
great
World, yeah.
TV
You
show.
had Living Single.
And everybody,
Living Single.
Yeah,
Living
Living
Single
Single
was good, but no,
was
but Different
wicked.
World
That
hit
was
a
a
lot
wicked
of
Yeah.
a lot of points of what the black community was going,
Going through. And it's
that
still
time.
going
And-
through.
Yeah, and still going through. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So that alone, with everybody that like everything that we just mentioned, I think Different World is definitely in my top 3 out of everything
Yeah.
because it pointed out a lot of stuff.
It's not a black show. My top 3 was, one of them was Friends. Don't be mad at me. but it was lit.
You light skinned, so I don't even
Friends, I watched not for nothing. 2 shows that I never liked.
A lot of people say Friends is like the best show of all time.
Look, 2 shows that I never liked that I got
Seinfeld is
into.
good. I fuck with
Right,
Seinfeld.
Friends and Seinfeld. I literally started watching that like
it.
2 years ago because the reruns would come on. And I would just have the TV on and I just watch. And I never realized how funny them shows was, bro.
I hear about Seinfeld. There's like it's kind of I compare it to like Reasonable Doubt.
I used to watch
Jay-Z
Cheers.
albums. Could you stop
back then.
interrupting people?
But
do you understand?
I agree with what you
bro,
just said, though.
Yeah, but I was about to
whole-
make a real deep point.
I had a
Like,
whole
damn.
conversation.
I
that
just said
But
Cheers.
Seinfeld,
the fact that Seinfeld was on Wale album,
right? Because basically,
and they turned it in from a musical into they turned it from a rap album into a musical. Like, son told a story throughout the whole thing.
yeah, there's a bunch of hidden gems in
But
Seinfeld.
he put
from what I
Seinfeld
hear.
on it.
Seinfeld might
Why
be
you
like,
didn't do the same thing to Chase? He cut you off too.
Well, he just did it once.
I'm
You've done it,
inebriated.
like,
I'll
2-3
reach over
times.
here.
All right, go say what you said. The deep shit that you was gonna say.
No, it's over. It's too late now.
He was about to say something that didn't make sense.
No, not
That's what I
at all.
said.
But Tay, go on. Let me hear what you got to say.
Because he's about to
That's
compare
foul.
Reasonable Doubt to
Yeah, I was about to get
Seinfeld.
into it, but y'all,
You
it's
can't
okay.
do that.
You can't do that.
I just think that the 90s sitcoms had better writing. So
Facts.
so that's why a lot of the things y'all saying is because like the writers, they really were like from the culture. You know, like
they look like they used to go
it was
in the
authentic.
hoods
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
look around and talk to families. You know what I'm saying?
Because even with A Different World, I went to HBCU, so I feel like after when I watched it
Ain't that
after
you?
college,
Which HBCU
like,
you went to?
it was-
Sorry to
I went to Norfolk State University.
Okay,
I went
not
to
far.
VSU.
Yeah, rival school.
We
Yeah.
rivals.
This ain't no
Big time,
beef
big
here,
time.
all right? Rivals.
So so Different World. When I watch that now, I love watching it. But even watching that, the first season when Cosby was like running things, it wasn't received as well until they brought Debbie Allen on, who's a Howard alumni. So I'm just giving you an example of how like with A Different World, they actually had people who went to HBCUs who were the creators. So
Like, actually
it was a
relate.
lot more authentic writing. That's why the shows
That's why it
were
was so
better.
dope.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a quick question. Do you have let's focus more on today. Do you have like a favorite show that today? At least one that kind of brings you back to the past a little?
Nah, I don't think anything. That
I gotta
Would you
start
say
watching.
that?
I gotta start watching Blackish and Grownish.
I watched
I
Blackish.
never
I'm not
watched
crazy
Blackish.
about Blackish.
it's more for like the older.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like they try to be like fake deep, then like half cooning.
Because I don't know what else exists.
Half
Yeah.
cooning.
Yeah,
Half
like,
cooning.
it's like
Like,
you gotta
can-
pick one.
Like,
You
When
wanna
you
be
think about
deep
it, bro,
or
the
you wanna-
shows like
you
there
know?
was kind of like untouched topics.
Yeah.
Back in the days
I watch a
than
lot
there
of
is
cop
now.
shows. I just
Now it's
noticed
like
that.
no holds barred, son. Like
Yeah,
you're
You
gonna
like Blue
say,
Bloods?
Nah, I never watched that.
That
You know what?
shit is dope.
The reality shows took over, man. Reality TV. That
No,
really
it
is
took
what.
over for people that's not like me.
They have
take
short
over-
attention
it's not even
spans.
about the reality shows. That's a big part of it. But
Yeah.
to the point that
I
I'm
think it's
making,
more
as far
to
as
it.
like, you wouldn't make certain racist jokes on them 90s shows. It just went
They
without
didn't even
saying.
really make racist
Now,
jokes.
That's because the writers that
They was-
existed
now-
in the room, they were
They saying
black.
all type
It's
of
a lot of
crazy
low
shit, son.
key. It is a lot
Yeah.
of low key stuff in shows.
Let's get there.
I feel like actually back then there was more racist jokes and more homophobic jokes because
But
like
it was-
the world
subliminal.
wasn't that
It
sensitive as it
the
is now.
way that it was
You
done.
can't say a gay joke now.
What
No.
What
What I'm
black show in the
saying, they
90s
had
had a
it,
racist joke?
but it wasn't
They would
like
have tore you down.
yeah, it wasn't like
Facts.
Yeah,
right
like
here in
what
your
show?
face. They would do it in a clever way that you probably wouldn't even notice unless you watched it right now. But back then, it probably went over your head. Now it's just blatant
Nah.
Yeah.
blatant racism.
You can't.
Family Guy been
shows,
doing
bro.
You can't
Family
say
Guy
it.
been doing that shit for years.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
What's
but
the other one
Family
that
Guy
came
is
on
kinda-
Comedy
it's kinda
Central,
still new. It's not like
It's not
from
a
the
black
90s.
show, but they've
It's
been
not like it's
doing
just Simpsons or
all
something like
types
that.
of joke.
Or
Simpsons
Beavis
too.
and Butthead.
Simpsons been doing it too.
Simpsons.
Simpsons did it too.
And like Beavis and
You just
Butthead.
didn't really peep it. But then when Family Guy came out, it was more slackness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
they writing with real
Futurama
controversial.
did it too.
All of those
them
those
cartoons,
animated
son, they
show be
did it.
wildin'.
They did it, boy.
Those be the ones.
They be
And
pressing
guess
the,
what? I be tuned in.
Boondocks.
Boondocks did it,
Yeah.
too.
I never watched Boondocks. You know that?
What?
A pimp
probably
named
so-
Slipback.
I probably
Boondocks
named
is a
Slickback?
classic, son.
Come on,
I never watched. I'm a Dragon Ball Z type of guy, and
I love
watching those
Dragon Ball
types
Z.
of-
Dragon
Fresh
Ball
don't like
Z.
Dragon Ball. Yeah,
I
I
love
love.
that.
don't.
I'm with you.
I
on
hate that
I
shit.
love Dragon Ball Z.
I can't
into
relate
that
to that.
anime.
Nigga, I
I
can't.
don't want to get mad. So
Super
let's move
Saiyan.
forward.
Yeah,
Talking about you hate
He said,
Dragon
I
Ball
don't want to
Z.
get mad.
I
Let's
can't
just move
Super
forward.
Saiyan. I can't relate to that.
What are you gonna turn into, like
Super Saiyan.
Piccolo?
Yeah, what are you doing? You like Pokemon, don't you?
Son, Pokemon on the Game Boy was lit.
On a Game Boy.
Back in the day,
In the
Back in the
show.
day.
I'm not playing that right
the
now.
Pokemon show, I watched it a little bit.
Back in the day, you're not gonna watch that.
I
right
never
now.
entertained
You're gonna
any-
watch
Pikachu,
back-
I choose you. That was you? Come
Yeah,
on, son. Stop it, son.
I used to.
Well, you was doing that on Flatbush Ave?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Crazy. You crazy.
You couldn't do it because you was freaking 7 feet. So you look stupid. Talking about Pikachu. I could do that shit. I'm only 5'10".
Wait,
Nigga, man.
so active. You ain't really. You have the last word on this. Because you in particular. Because I know out of everybody here, between Phresh too, but you, I know you kind of watch. There's some shows that you like. I feel like you're a variety of show watching.
Variety.
What?
Variety.
Variety?
Yo,
Almost-
your man used Viagra. He got,
I'm about to say, he sounded like
got
I say
to.
your Viagra.
he got to. He got to use Viagra.
Yo,
Your variety.
yo, you really. Yo,
It
you
wasn't
love,
me for it was
It was me.
Chase.
Yeah, son.
I was
How
gonna let you
Jamaican
rock,
and you talking about
but he said
Come
something,
on,
so
son.
I had to say. I have
All right,
to, you know what I'm
continue.
saying?
All right,
But go ahead.
Continue.
Viagra.
Your variety.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Variety.
anyways, DJ Active.
Yeah.
I know you have a diverse,
Continue.
I know you have like a diverse watching when you comes to watching
TV
shows. There's
right.
some shows that you don't watch. There's some shows that you do watch. But I think you more than everybody else say you watch like a lot of different things, right. Because I know you do watch reality TV as well.
Right.
Most of us don't.
You're right.
So how do you regarding this question, right? Well, I know everybody pretty much made good points, but I just don't know exactly how you feel in terms of the 90s sitcoms compared to like the TV shows that's out.
Facts.
Now.
What's
I'm
your
just-
views on the
I mean-
And like how,
variety
and then
shows
you could go
watch?
further explain how you feel about the TV shows that's out today.
I mean, the TV shows that's out now is way different from the 90s period. It's like what I was gonna bring up. Damn, I forgot. Remember that
I feel like they went more into sci-fi and like other areas that they didn't really have too
touch.
many before.
Yeah, like they didn't
But
really
I
touch.
enjoy
like
that,
more
though,
more
still,
sci-fi
too,
and superhero stuff now ever than before, I think.
Yeah, and not only that, when I used to watch NY
New York Undercover.
New York Undercover.
Fire.
They are?
Yeah,
they bringing it
rebooting
back. Yeah.
That was my
Who
show.
was
son.
the writer for that? But all right, you see, like shows like that. I watch a lot of cop sitcoms.
You watch
like,
Criminal Minds?
I watch Criminal
You
Minds.
see me?
Fire.
I watch.
seen
I watch
Dexter?
Blind Spot.
What about
I watch
Dexter?
I watch
The
Blind
Enemy
Spot, too.
Within.
Dexter?
I watch Chicago. Chicago PD. And
How you don't watch Blue Bloods?
I never got into it
Dexter?
because I've been watching a lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Me, I like watching people with superpowers. I know it's
Oh,
so
you
corny.
a Shazam type of guy.
I love like shows where they
You watch
just,
Heroes and all
yes.
I
all
do
of
too.
those.
Oh
But
my-
that's why
yes.
I do too.
Your man
'Cause
tried to say The 100 is better than Game of Thrones.
I like
That's
the
gonna be another
100. The 100
conversation.
Y'all need to
definitely
hang
better.
him.
Wait,
It's
wait,
not
wait.
no Game of Thrones.
Wait.
We're gonna have
Y'all
that
need to
conversation
hang him in
another
the
day.
comments. He's crazy.
What I was gonna say, damn, Shades of Blue and shit like that.
That's the
watch.
J-Lo joint, right?
Yeah,
I never-
I like
I never
Law and
watched
Order,
that,
all
bro.
that.
Yeah, I hear that's
Law,
good.
Law and Order will always be
Mm.
right here for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Everybody
That's
gotta watch
VU,
Law and
all
Order.
that, yeah.
Yeah, that's. I think they got the longest running.
Yeah.
They got 21
Christ,
seasons,
yeah.
or 20 seasons.
Bro, they season stopped like mid-year.
Yeah,
And they
but
continue. That shit is
but,
crazy, son.
Yeah.
that's the only thing. Like Law and Order is the only thing that that makes me feel like it's New York Undercover. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to watch New York Undercover all the time. As far as everything else, I mean, there's stuff that in Law and Order that they touch on. Like like when they did the Chris Brown episode with Rihanna, they didn't really say it was Chris Brown and Rihanna, but they touch on certain stuff that's going on in the world right now. So that's why I like Law and Order. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shows they just did this like ATL. Is it ATL?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
With the little black boy and the guy that
what is that? Childish Gambino?
No, with the guy that's a chef. He was the
Talking about the Shy?
Oh, he's talking about the Shy.
I like the Shy.
The Shy is good too, and I think they're about to come out with another.
It's running right now.
It came out on
Sunday. Go home
Sunday.
to watch it.
I like the Shy.
was on your show, right?
Yeah.
The Shy. I like the Shy too.
I like the Shy.
And it just I like stuff like that. That's gonna bring me back to how I used to watch TV. But shows like Family Matters and stuff like that, I don't think that's ever gonna happen again.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Because it's
that type
They'll
of
bring it back.
That type of comedy will always be funny, but I feel like if they was to redo it, it wouldn't. That's why I hate the fact that they bringing back Martin. I don't want leave a classic alone, son.
They bringing it back?
Yeah.
They really are?
Oh, no.
They made that announcement before Tommy died. I don't know.
I got one for you guys, right? Martin or Jamie Foxx? Which one was funnier?
We gotta quickly wrap up. So let's
I'm
take
sorry.
a quick break.
Martin or
Jamie Foxx?
Martin or Jamie Foxx?
As a
Martin
show
for
as
me.
a whole, I think Martin was funnier, but Jamie Foxx is funnier than Martin in my opinion.
Stand up.
Not even stand up. Just if you was to pit them two together, like Jamie Foxx's character versus Martin's character, Jamie Foxx is funnier.
Yeah. I agree with Phresh on that. Martin
The show was funnier, but Jamie Foxx is definitely.
I think
up
the
there
difference is Martin. He was funny with his interactions with his cast, with the different members. Jamie Foxx was funny on his own. And the people kind of just added to him.
Yeah, like but he only used to pick on, the lights. Braxton. You see, Martin picked on everybody.
That's why I say it was Martin's interaction with people. Like
Jamie Foxx can mess with Martin Lawrence. I don't think. Yeah, like Martin Lawrence, he's like on another level to me.
You think so? When you
Martin Lawrence is an asshole.
They did the same thing.
We gotta wrap up though.
They did the same things. Like when you had Jamie Foxx, hard rolling car. Like it's the same. Like he would act
Jamie
like different
Foxx
people.
Was naturally.
I think he one-on-one. I think Jamie Foxx is funnier. To be honest with you.
I think if they was supposed
we gotta
sit
wrap
down
up
with
because
us,
the battery's gonna cut
I
off,
think Jamie Foxx would probably make me laugh more than Martin.
We gotta speak about that.
That
debate in another day.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
When y'all bring the Oscar, we gonna touch it.
Facts, man.
And the Grammy.
And shout out to
the Oscars, man.
You gotta get your soundtrack shit too.
Shout out to Mo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tay.
Yeah, thank you, Mo and Tay, for coming through, man. I really appreciate
I
it.
said Tay.
You know what I'm saying? So one time for Tay first, tell the world about your film when it's coming out. What platform's gonna be on?
The name of my series is called Deliver Our Love. We have a Instagram page. It's _ Deliver Our Love. The pilot episode's dropping April 28th. We're having a special screening on the 27th at Stewart Cinema Cafe in Brooklyn. So you just follow the page to get all the information.
What's the page again?
_ Deliver Our Love. It's the name of the show. But underscore come first. And then my page is Ta'Quan _ Pugh. Take one spelled out full, like TAKE.
And Pugh is
O-N-E, and Pugh, P-U-G-H. Yeah.
All right, thank you, my man.
Yeah, and I'm also on my web series. It's called How You Living. The first episode is dropping some point in May. We're having the premiere May 4th at the Bishop. A flyer and all that event details is coming out soon. And yeah, my Instagram is @MojoMo, and all the information you need for that web series will be out.
Nice.
Yeah, the links to the series will be in the YouTube description by the time this episode comes out. All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go around the table because we gotta wrap up. Keds, what's your Instagram?
K3DZ, follow me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Phresh, what's your Instagram?
Phresh, PH no F BCE at the end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chase, what's yours?
King Chase 718.
Oh, I thought you changed it because you look like you was
Active. Gonna say that.
I was actually following Ta'Quan page.
Yeah, I gotta
noticed
follow
that
Ta'Quan
he
as well.
actually he's followed by somebody I know that I went to high school with that was younger than me.
One of your old kills?
No, my homeboy. Yeah, we talk about this off air. Yeah.
DJ Active, what's
My
your
man,
Instagram?
though. Ain't no kill.
Yo,
crazy.
DJ Active _ Prime Star.
What?
DJ Active,
You ain't
your other
changing your
Instagram?
DJ Active _ Prime Star.
Okay, so that's what he's going by
What's
today.
wrong with this?
All right, my Instagram
Wait,
is
that is my Instagram.
my Instagram is Lance BCE. The podcast Instagram is Stoop Talk Podcast. So right before we leave, I just want to get into it. I didn't get to say this during the Stoop Breaker, but shop for our Stoop Talk merch. ChristophChristian.com. That's where you can get, the Stoop Talk merch.
Hats,
We all
Everybody
got
has
the
it.
shirts. I ain't gonna front.
The
You got
shirts,
on
the
hat,
hoodies,
got on
the
shirt.
hats.
We just restocked,
Yeah.
so y'all better buy them shit.
Yeah, ChristophChristian.com, where you can go to, the Instagram page, Christoph Christian, and then you can, access to, purchase
We should make some
Stoop Talk
Stoop
merch.
shirts.
All right. And also,
You gotta make a drop first.
listen, we gotta wrap it up, guys. And also, we have, for those who have topics for us, sponsorship opportunities, business clothing brands, if y'all want to, hit us up, contact us. Our contact is inquiries@stooptalkpodcast.com. All right? Inquiries@stooptalkpodcast.com. And don't forget to follow, like, comment, rate on all our pages. We're on Facebook and on Instagram. We're on, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, every major streaming platform. All right? Stoop Talk Podcast. We are signing out, and that's it. Peace.
Peace.